Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So previously we promised that we will be creating videos about international students as well. So here is the first one and probably the most important one too, that is about the study permit. I know reading about how to apply for a study permit and related topics can be a little daunting at times. So here is our take on explaining things in a simpler way.
And if you are new to our channel, then I am Tanu.
And I'm Nishant.
And we are putting out content every Friday on YouTube, and it's all about Canada. So if you're interested, then subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon.
And now let's get started. So first and foremost, let's discuss the basics, such as what is a study permit? Do I need anything else to enter Canada? For how long my study permit be valid, and how soon should I start with the process? A study permit is a document issued by IRCC to a foreign national who wants to come to Canada to study in one of the designated learning institutions. This is important guys, it should be a designated learning institution, that is a DLI. We have provided a link in the description box where you can check out the list of all the DLIs.
But remember, a study permit is not a visa, it's just a permit to study. Once your study permit gets approved, Canada government issues you a visitor visa, and that is what allows you to enter into Canada. But don't worry, you do not have to apply for a visitor visa separately. It is automatically issued to you once your study permit application is approved.
Generally, a study permit is valid for the length of your study program. So for example, if you are coming for a 1-year postgraduate certificate program, then your study permit will be valid for 1 year only. Though you are given 90 days extra in case you want to apply for an extension of your visa. But there is a catch. In case you finish your studies early, that is suppose you are completing your 12-month program in just 10 months by probably taking extra courses per week, then your study permit will not be valid for the entire 12-month period. Your study permit will stop being valid early, that is on the day when you receive a course completion letter from your institution or you receive a transcript, degree or a diploma.
Now the question is, how soon should you start applying for the designated learning institutions?
So generally the admissions open around 8 to 9 months prior to the commencement of the session. So for example, for the fall session of 2021, that is the September intake for 2021, the admissions will open in the month of December 2020 or somewhere around that time. So if you are planning to come in 2021 in the September intake, then please hurry up and start applying to the DLIs.
Now that you have understood the basics, let's discuss the eligibility and the documents required.
There are two ways in which you can apply for a study permit. One is a regular study permit application process and the other is SDS, that is Student Direct Stream, which is a relatively faster process. But to be eligible to apply under the SDS, you should be a legal resident of the following countries, which are India, Pakistan, China, Philippines, Vietnam, Morocco and Senegal.
At the very minimum, you need a letter of acceptance, that is, an offer letter from one of the designated learning institutions. You should also have a proof that you have paid for the tuition fee of the first year of your study. This is a requirement for the SDS process. However, if you're applying through the regular study permit application process, then this is not required. You only need to prove that you have enough funds to cover your tuition fee, your living expenses and your return transportation.
You should also have a GIC, that is a Guaranteed Investment Certificate of 10,000 Canadian dollars. GIC is basically an investment product which you need to purchase from one of the participating Canadian banks. We have provided a link below where you can find all the participating banks. So the reason you need a GIC is that once you come here as a student, this GIC will act like a fund for your living expenses. So out of your own GIC, the government will pay you $2,000 in your first month, and in the subsequent months you will be paid around $650 per month for your living expenses.
You need to also get a medical examination done before you apply for the study permit, and you also need a police clearance certificate.
And most importantly, you need to have your language test results, that is your IELTS academic results, with a score of at least 6 in each section, that is in listening, reading, writing and speaking. So if you want some tips on your IELTS preparation, then you can check one of our videos, the link is in the description box.
Now once you have made sure that you meet all the requirements and you have all the documents ready with you, you can apply for the study permit online. We have provided a link for the portal in the description box. So on the application, you'll upload all your documents and you'll pay a fee of $150 for the application and another $85 for the biometric.
Now let's discuss what happens when you have applied online, submitted all the documents and paid the application and the biometric fees.
The IRCC will send you a letter saying that you need to get your biometrics. The letter will tell you how and where to do this. So you just need to follow the instructions. Simple.
And once they receive your biometrics, they will start processing your application. As per the official website, it says that all the SDS applications get processed within 20 calendar days from the date they receive your biometrics. But I doubt, especially during this pandemic, the processing for all the immigration files has slowed down, so be proactive. Now once your application is processed and approved, you will receive a letter of introduction which you need to carry with you and show to the visa officer at the port of entry upon your arrival in Canada.
You will also be asked to submit your passport to the nearest visa office so that they can stamp your visitor visa on your passport.
Now due to this ongoing pandemic, there is another requirement that you need to download the ArriveCAN app on your mobile phone. And before you arrive in Canada, you need to open this app, fill out your travel details, your quarantine plan and your self-assessment about the COVID-19 symptoms. You will receive an electronic receipt which you need to show to the visa officer upon your arrival.
Now let's quickly discuss the cost. For IELTS Academic, each attempt will cost you around 250 Canadian dollars or roughly about 14,000 Indian rupees.
The application fee for a DLI is approximately $100 to $150, that is around 6,000 to 10,000 Indian rupees. But obviously, you would want to apply for at least 3 to 4 institutes to make sure that you get a letter of acceptance from at least one of them. So in total, you may spend around 400 to 500 Canadian dollars, that is around 20,000 to 30,000 Indian rupees.
Now if you remember, under SDS, you need to pay the first year tuition fee in advance. The average annual tuition fee for a course in Canada is roughly about 15,000 Canadian dollars or approximately 8 lakh Indian rupees.
You also need a GSE of 10,000 Canadian dollars, that is around 5.5 lakh Indian rupees. Then the SDS application fee is 150 Canadian dollars, that is around 8,000 Indian rupees. The biometric fee is 85 Canadian dollars, that is around 4,500 Indian rupees. And a medical examination can cost you somewhere around 6,000 Indian rupees. We are not sure how much exactly it costs in any other country. So in total, you can expect to spend somewhere around 25,000 Canadian dollars, that is roughly around 14 lakh Indian rupees.
This means that you need to have at least this much fund available even before you apply for the study permit. And if you are coming for a 2-year program, then you will need to pay the tuition fee for the second year as well, which will be around 15,000 Canadian dollars or approximately another 8 lakh Indian rupees.
So make sure you either have those funds available at home, or you have taken a study loan, or you work the applicable hours along with your studies. That is generally 20 hours a week during your course and 40 hours a week during your official break, and earn that much amount to fund your second year yourself. I will be coming up with a video in future on the best part-time jobs for international students, so stay tuned for that. So guys, ये था सारा process and the cost involved to get a study permit. If you got to learn something new or at least got some clarity on the process, then please smash the like button.
And now we are also on Instagram, where we are sharing exclusive stories such as behind the scene and question of the day. So please follow us on Instagram too.
And to support us, please subscribe to the channel and share the videos with your friends, and we'll see you in our next video. Till then, take care and stay safe.